This will be a quick and down and dirty discussion how to move up the Google search engine. After you sign up for the NAIP website, we'll start off at nape.org// Joe Smith. You sign up right here. Immediately afterwards, you'll be encouraged to put the website in your own domain name. It shows you how to do it right here at the very top. I click the word domains. Scroll down a little bit. You'll notice there's 2 steps. Step 1, step number 2. There's also a YouTube video which explains how to do it. Once you get the website on your own domain name, you have a fighting chance to make money on the internet. And I'll show you an example website right here. /Nate, what it looks like. You definitely should edit the website to what you do for a living. It's all based on logic, complete common sense logic. Google started this business 20 years ago. Their goal was to have people use their stuff and continue using their stuff, which is very similar to any business, whether you sell ice cream, a plumber who fixes pipes, or an insurance agent that sells insurance. You want people to use your stuff and continue coming back. Google does not want people going to Bing or Yahoo. That is their business model. That is their algorithm. There are certain things that you must do as a website owner to have a fighting chance to get at the very top of the search engine and to stay there. And I'll mention those things. Step 1, Step 2, Step 3. Number 1, original content. The content that you signed up for is going to look very similar to this. It's the same content that just about 10,000 agents have signed up for beginning December 2018. It grows every day. It just so happens it's copied content. It's not original. A real company is going to have original content. If you decide not to change the content, in essence, you're throwing up a white flag in telling Google that you're not very professional. And I'm going to tell you how easy it is to switch this content. Right at the bottom of your site, it says the word member login. We'll log in through Google. We'll click boom, boom, boom. I'll be in a back office. You notice there's quite a few buttons on the left side. One that relates to the content of the website would be content management, but literally you have to click every button, edit this website to what you do for a living. In fact, let me get to where that back office. You update your content. This is the content. Just change it to something else. Ideally, change it to something you do for a living to make it an extension of your sales pitch. There's 3 rows of buttons, HTML editor. You'll please be very familiar with that, as well as the other 22 buttons in the back office as well. Okay, that's number 1. You have to change the content. If you decide you don't want to change the content, you're throwing up a white flag in telling Google you're not very professional. Step number 2 is something called time on site. Very good indicator who a professional company is vis-a-vis Google is how long people stay on the website. You probably noticed that these websites are very well set up to keep people on for an extended period of time. People go to the website, hopefully instead of being nape.org/Nate, it'll be joeinsurance.com. You can pick up a domain name for 99 cents. First year using a coupon code via GoDaddy. People go to your website, see a handsome man at the top, hopefully that's yourself. If you're a woman, put a nice picture, crop it properly. We tell you in the back office exactly how to crop. I've seen quite a few studies. I've Googled the word best LinkedIn profile photograph, and the study that I looked at said the face should be 60% of the frame. So please keep that in mind. You notice this picture looks pretty good. When people read English, when you open up a newspaper, your eyes go from left to right. If there's a photograph in the top left, that's what you're going to look at. So you're looking at that photograph first. Your eyes veer over to the right. If you're interested in life insurance, you'll click for a life quote. You'll get instant quote. There'll be a pop-up here. You'll put name, phone, and email to get a custom quote. You'll notice in the back office you've got pop-up settings. You could have it like it is as default. You could have this X not here, or you could have no pop-up. But as an example site, we put it there where we allow you to exit out. If you input your name, phone, and email, you get an email. The insurance agent, the visitor gets an email, plus it goes into your back office where it says contacted you list. But just for quickness sake, I'll just exit out. You notice the name of the company is clickable. Just as an aside, I'll click John Hancock. You got a bunch of PDFs. You click these. The more stuff you have on this website, the more interesting it is, the more people stick around. You have app request, very basic request, name, phone, email. Then you have the full life application where it's going to ask the person a ton of questions. which is just a ton of questions. That's time on site. Of course, when someone fills it out, you get email, the client gets email, plus it goes into your back office. We've done a lot of work to keep people on the site for an extended period of time. Please understand why we've done it, because this is the one thing that works on the search engines. Okay, let's go back to the site. Let's see what else we've done. If your Medicare is the main part of your business, put the Medicare quote engine at the top. If you see these rolling logos, we put 11 or 12 there. We give you a choice of 60. What you do for a living, what's most interesting to your client base, your visitor base, please make it interesting for them. If you want to get rid of all these rolling logos, please do so. You notice there's YouTube video. The one that's default on every website is Legacy of Love. That has to do with life insurance. It's a 6-minute video on purpose because more minutes, and if it's interesting, it keeps people on the site for more time. That is the idea. If you're in a different business, please get rid of that life insurance video, put something else, because that will affect time on site. Time on site is huge. Original content is huge. Time on site is huge. Let's go to number 3. Obviously, a very good indication of if your site is relevant for what someone is searching for, time on site would be a darn good indication. Number 3 would be something called Clickback Ratio. I'm not sure if anyone remembers, but if you harken back to 19 years ago, when you did a search for Rolex watches, you would end up on a web page that had the word Rolex watch written 200 times. Immediately, you would click back. You don't see that bad quality anymore because Google has done a terrific job of figuring out who the real companies and putting them at the top. What the clickback ratio tells me is that the top part of your website should be as professional as humanly possible. Initially, when you sign up, you're going to notice there's going to be an NAIP logo. Please put your own photograph there because I'm sure you personally are a lot more impressive than let's say, a NAIP logo. Let me see if I have it right here. I believe it's right here. That's a NAIP logo. You're more interesting than the NAIP logo. So please put your picture there. This is, default. We've got the auto insurance quote engine at the top, which is great if you sell auto insurance. If you don't, put something else. Okay, that's number 3 is clickback ratio. Once you get all that stuff done, which is completely dependent on the website quality. And website quality does include upload speed. If you go into your back office, you'll notice that there's a click there for gtmetrics.com. Please appreciate that my programmers have done a terrific job on upload speed, and that's what GTmetrics measures. So if you scroll to the back office, I'm in the back office pretty much now. One of the links, I'm going to do a Control F, GT metrics right here. It's pretty small, but it says test your upload slide speed here. Note the more images on your website, the more stuff you have on your website, the slower the uploads. It just so happens my programmers did a terrific job of making this stuff really high quality, so it only takes about 1.2 seconds to upload. We are working on it to get to a little bit less than 1 second, but currently it's 1.2 seconds, which is pretty darn good. So please appreciate upload speed. It has to do with website quality. Obviously, if a person goes to a website, it takes 5, 10, or 15 seconds to upload. You have a tendency to go back to where you came from. Google measures everything in order that they should have the quality websites at the very top of their search results. Once we get this stuff done, we want to tell the world that we exist. You've got LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Blogspot, YouTube, etc., etc. Please come across as a large company. A very good way to come across as a large company is LinkedIn. Sign up as an individual on LinkedIn. Make a link to your website. Sign up as a company on LinkedIn, make a link to your website. You'll be telling the world that you have 1 employee. If somehow, some way you could have 5, 10, or 15 employees on LinkedIn, Google will believe and the rest of the world will believe that you have 5 or 10 or 15 employees. It's a very good idea. If you could come up with anything else, please do it. Once you get all this, you'll sign up for Google Local and on Bing places, if you scroll down here where it says sales tools on the left side, on the main page as well as every other page on NAIP, you'll notice it will do Google Local. Bing Places. You click that, you register. You'll get a postcard sent to your place of business, which could be your house. Immediately thereafter, when you put in the secret code, you will get you will end up on Google Maps and on Bing Maps as well as Google Local. And Bing has similar. I should mention that these websites could be used for any business, not just insurance. In fact, I have a friend who cuts hair. He cuts my hair. So obvious, I set him up with a website like this. I told him about the miracles of moving up the search engine, and I also I had him sign up for a Google Local. The gentleman is up to 90. He grabs phones from people. He gives himself 5-star recommendations. He's right at the top of the Google Maps. His website definitely helps him as well. And he is making money on this, and he has nothing to do with insurance. All he did, or I should say I did, is I went into his back office. I clicked auto insurance life. I got rid of everything related to insurance, and I put change the content. It does not take very long. These websites, as you probably know, are free. They will always be free. For insurance agents, will never charge people money, and for other business, we'll have other arrangements. But we definitely want people to use our technology. It's great technology, but it works a lot better if you have them move up the search engine. If anyone has a question or wants to say hello, we do have a conference call Monday to Thursday actually Monday to Friday at 12 noon Eastern time, as well as Sunday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Have a terrific rest of the day.